There's potentially not a stream at the minute. Oh no, don't start in the meeting. That's pretty sick. I'm just giving a link to MPV to do that. Ah, bollocks. Keep doing that, not quite pressing the stick down enough. Just like flick. Tyre, yes. Dear Dune, please move 1971 to the start. Bollocks. To the start of Group 2. Let's go. That looks pretty good. Turbo, I hope you're able to see that. Is there the 10k ice stage in here? I don't know any of Norway's stage pictures at all. Okay. We're doing alright then. I can't see jack shit. My monitor has really awful brightness and contrast. That's good. Yeah, I basically don't know any of Norway's stage pictures at this point. Huh. This is the worst track then, that's not bad. Although remember that I actually have to take the corners on Stromstad because I don't know which ones you can take and which ones would kill you for like that sort of corner cut. Shit. Is that a 234 in-game? Yeah, I've seen Stromstad world record or like decent times. It's annoying we can't watch runs. I didn't catch what time I finished. Yeah, it's annoying we can't like rewatch replays like ghosts and stuff from live camera angles, so we can't have actual videos of world records recorded in high quality without just kind of, unless you record them live. You just can't see them. You either have to record them live or watch the video. Oh wow, nice. Amazing estimate. Well, so the reason Trackmania has the input logging is that Trackmania actually just logs inputs. That's like how it works. It just straight up logs inputs. Or at least it used to. The newest version of the game, I'm not sure it does. At least not on live servers, because when people are like watching replays with live servers, it actually uses what direction are the wheels facing. Oh yeah, like Doom implementing demos. Like I have watched Thresh versus, why do I want to say Kwong? That's not the right player. I watched Thresh win a Ferrari from like 1997 in 4K on a friend's computer because I don't have a 4K screen. But I happen to have the demo on my computer, having watched it in 1080p and like super high quality with shaders and everything, all this bullshit. And I was like, one of my friends had a 4K screen and I was like, hey, can you please install Quake on your computer because I would like to watch this video in 4K. And it plays back perfectly, of course. Same with Doom demos, you know. Zero Master might release his videos in 1080p, but he also releases a demo that you can watch back in whatever settings you like. You can watch it back with a mod even. If you can fake Doom into thinking that the mod doesn't exist and it all works together, which is quite difficult, but you know. The thing with Doom was that like speedrunning didn't exist, but high scoring did. And because Doom didn't have a scores system, they decided to add a high scores for the time it took you to complete the level. And the most incredible thing is those par times. Because those par times, it's not like ghosts in Mario Kart, where they're actually set by real people. They're just guessed times that the developers thought most people could achieve, and some of them were set to be a little tricky. Some of them might have been, what did John Carmack manage to achieve? -2 seconds, or like rounded to the nearest tenth, or not tenth, but 10 seconds. And some of them were lower than Carmack could achieve. Yep. You mess with the camera, you can go external, you can go internal, you can do all that shit. There's a source port that lets you become the boss. You can go and take the eyes of the boss in a, like watching a demo back. Well, you can take the eyes of any monster, but it's kind of a bit boring when most of them are going to see no action and then get one shot. But do it with the boss. Oh yeah, the par time and the 3D Realms time were like the Trackmania author time. They were very good. I mean, it was all incredible. Like, speedrunning comes from SDA, which is Quake done quick. You know, speedrunning is evolved mostly from Quake, and now it's kind of a forgotten game, which is Quake's own fucking fault, by the way, for only allowing 2 source ports. Out of all of your source ports, Quake 1 only allows 2 of them. Doom is really difficult to play, you have to play it on ultraviolence. What else is there? Oh yeah, you have to play it on ultraviolence and not die. It's like you have to be very good at Doom before you can start speedrunning it at all. And then it's bullshit because the amount of luck involved, like, holy fuck. However, Zero Master versus Looper, Doom 2. My god. Zero Master's just a god. Like, Looper ground for such a long time to get his world record. I don't know if we've got a mountain in this one. I hope not. We'll see. That's alright. We got Satona first. I don't think... I sort of recognise Indonesia's stages. I don't... There's not 2 Satonas. I don't have 2 Satonas. Bollocks! I didn't look at stage 2. Like, I didn't properly look at stage 2. I looked at stage 1. Went cracking. Then, for some reason, decided to look at stage 4, then 3, and then the game loaded. It's that weird thing with, like, RTA stuff like this. We're playing real time, so now I've put this on my SSD, it takes, like, such a short amount of time to load that I can't take in 4 stages. Whereas it used to take ages on my hard drive. We'll see how this goes. Not great. Fuck. We'll see how it goes. We'll finish it off. We'll see where we are. Because I don't think I'm going to put another run in after this one. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes and see, like, how far back we are. But, like, yeah, once this run's finished, I don't think I'll... My PB is a 10:41 on this split. So, you know... Whoops, didn't mean to double downshift. That was actually me having a dodgy thumb. I feel like sometimes I have a really jittery thumb. I've kind of always ignored it, but I feel like it, when I noticed it the most was when I got a new bike a couple of years ago. And one of the shifters, like the spring in the shifter that makes the gears go, like, harder. See how gears work on a bike is you've got a spring making the gears go harder at the back, at least. It's the other way around on the front. Spring makes the gears go harder, and then you pull against that spring to go back up. And the spring on this bike is really stiff, which means that you tap so lightly to make it shift into a harder gear, which is great. Like, that's the design of it. It's designed for, you want to go into a harder gear for a sprint, like to gain some speed, cracking, you're going to have that immediately. It's super responsive. On the alternative side to that, when I'm trying to go into an easier gear at a junction, it's freezing cold and my thumb just will not press the button. It's really annoying. But like sometimes I'll just randomly go over a bump and just you just end up, because you're kind of hovering over the harder gear button a lot of the time. It's just kind of the natural resting place of the thumb is near to the harder gear button, and then you pull back and go to the easier gear button. The amount of times I've like gone over a bump and pressed that button, but like playing fucking Art of Rally and smashing that B button, pressing B for boost. That's really not a safe finish, straight into some hay bales. Ah, sick. Down tube shifters. So you probably knee your gears. I learned to ride bikes on frame mounted gears. It's literally what I cut my teeth on at 5. I had frame mounted gears. Like, fuck it. They aren't even that scary to me anymore. I kind of want to get a bike with them. In fact, my road bike, during the COVID pandemic, my front gear shifter on my road bike, integrated with the brakes, broke. Like the cable routing inside of the brake, like it kind of scoops around the whole brake. You literally, the retail price of the whole gears and brake set is 300 quid. People were selling just the shifters, none of the brakes, just the actual like gear shifter and brake levers for 150 quid. I was like, nah. So I got an old school bar end mount, which is much like the ones that you'll have on your bike, where it's inbuilt into the frame, except it mounts into the bar ends. Oh yeah, high gears up the hills. Definitely on a BMX. Don't want to be hauling ass and going nowhere. But yeah, I put one of those on. So I just shift gears with the front with that. And it looks sick. Now I've got a bell, so with one knee I knee my gear shifter. And with the other knee I knee my bell. It's great. Yeah, it was ludicrously priced. I can almost get them reasonably priced now, but I've kind of got used to shifting with the other shifter. Also, replacement parts are now in stock. They kind of weren't at the time, but now apparently you can get the guts, because it was at this like right to repair and all that sort of shit came in, and Shimano was forced to sell the guts to those parts. If I ever do decide I want like a road bike, like it can't do anything but ride on the road, because I've got a cyclocross bike, does mostly riding on the road, but it's got off-road pedigree. Kawahara, never even heard of that brand. Yeah, my bike's kind of a mid-range bike. Oh yeah. Mid-80s BMX parts, absolutely, because people of our parents' age, who are now executives, are deciding to buy the bikes that they wanted when they were kids. It's absolutely ludicrous. The funniest part about it is that the most expensive bikes now are the mid-range bikes, not the high-end bikes from the time, because they're the nostalgia money ones. Like, you knew a kid who had the mid-range bike, or you had one yourself as a kid, but most people didn't know a kid who had a what's it? The high spec bike. Fucking hell. Yeah, it is absolutely mad. I worked at Halfords for a bit and a guy absolutely destroyed like a £70 stem because he just cracked it. Just like over tightened the bolts and cracked it. Absolutely ludicrous. And he just destroyed this £70 stem, cast iron stem, by over tightening the bolts. It's like, just use a fucking torque wrench for one if you're going to have that. But also, that costs more than like the most expensive stem I'd consider putting on my BMX. And I guarantee you the stem that I could get for 25 quid will be stronger than that stem. And I vaguely trust the stem that I currently have on the bike, which is a very, very, very cheap stem that came with the bike. Yeah, he just kept tightening it, and he wasn't tightening it in the crossbolt pattern. He was like tighten the front, tighten the rear, and trying to get it even. And I was like, no, you've literally, dude, you've got to tighten it crossbolt. I know we never do. Oh, he was wrenching on the thing. He was wrenching on the thing. It was bad. It was really bad. Okay, we're still actually in this. Like I said, my PB's not great for 1971, so we're still in this. If 67... Nah. Give it one reset. If it's not like double Satona. No. That second one's up the hill, isn't it? Up the mountain. I'm going to drive this just in case you tell me that second one. That second one's definitely Kauai, and it's definitely not Satona. If it's Satona, we're probably alright. But nah, that's Kauai, isn't it? This is good. Alright. Run it then. We'll run it. Glad I didn't just reset. Oh. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot there's 2 fucking really short stages on Indonesia. I thought there was only the one. It was only the Satona Island, the really short one that we had just before. Well, glad I gave it one reset then. I also got told apparently you can't get rain in Group 2 and you can't get Germany. So that answers my question as to why I was never seeing Germany. I never questioned why I didn't see rain, I just thought it was rare. And that because I didn't get Germany. That 5-minute time. That was 2 Sengyang Islands. Sorry about your lemonade stand, my dude. I overcooked it. Indonesia taken off the calendar after too many people destroyed children's lemonade stands. See, the thing is, once you're out of 71, 71's the reset hell, because you've got to get that first rally good, and then you've got to get that second rally. Once you've got that second rally, you can reset. And get good rallies. Mache. Okay, so it's not a new gold split. It's not a new PB of the stage. Holy fucking shit. Okay. You know, when you have luck as bad as mine for the last 50 attempts, you got to get something decent every once in a while. It's a good job I ain't standing, because my palms are always sweaty, and now my knees are weak. Mum, are we having spaghetti? Oh, that one was kawaii. Fuck. I can't tell the difference, even after literally just seeing it. I love how this stage is so short, it actually breaks the ticker on the side. It makes it just chunk, chunk, chunk. Oh yeah, that is kawaii. Bollocks. Ah, right. Do they drive on the same road then or something? Do they like actually go up the same section, or is it just happenstance? Did June just decide to troll the speedrunners? He's like, oh look, because Indonesia did come out just after we started talking about like reading them, because it was like Indonesia was out and you started talking about using small UI. Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah, that 3... So I've got the best time, 3:56, on this segment. That was literally 2 Satonas. It's not even in my PB. Because the rest of that run was brutal. Yeah, we'll see if we save time or lose time, but there's still time to save in the rest of the race. Like, it's been so long since I set this PB that I'm notably better. I'm bad at noticing when I get better at things, but I know that I'm noticeably better at the game since I set this PB. It's actually surprising to me that I haven't broken my gold split time on the part 1. Because that's still my PB one. But down here there's a lot of time to be made because I basically never get here. Also, especially in Indonesia, like, when I set this PB, any of the Indonesian stages, I would have only just known how to drive. Would have still been learning them. So it would have been like, hey, that's amazing, I got a really short Indonesian stage, I don't know how to drive yet. Okay, we're losing a bit of time. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Shit! Why can't I press fucking things in the right order? I'm shit at menuing. So if I hadn't fucked up the menuing, I probably would have been here in like at least 10 seconds shorter. Yeah. Shame I fucked up the menuing, but should be alright. Remember that I've got a minute before I actually got in. Normally we're on like 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how long it takes to just actually load the level, because that's pretty RNG. I've kind of been watching it while I've been doing like bullshit resets. When I, like, as soon as I spot it's like, oh, it's Japan, I've been like watching it, see how long it takes to load to the begin stage. And begin stage is between 10 and 15 seconds. And that's on the first split. So that's not including my own menuing time to make the thing. That's from like, I press A and my split button at the same time when I'm on the select car. Oh, come on. Dear Brick Motorsport, please can I have a brick to replace my suspension with? Thank you. Bicycle Racing have replaced their suspension with Fox 40s. Sam Pilgrim found in his shed. Just replace them with bricks. Who needs suspension? We've got arms. I do that every time. Always forget that that corner is just a cliff. Oh, you gotta get good RNG eventually. That's where I get fucked. It's like Sardinia, 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 Japan, Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. I haven't seen Kenya in a little while. So I just need good RNG to get the final rally quick, and then good RNG within the final rally. And then to drive it not shit. Bog that one down a bit shitty. Oh shit. Come on, fast loading. This music perfectly encapsulating the speed that the UI runs at. No. 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 Yes. There might have been a Javiari in there. And I don't know why I keep pronouncing it Javiari rather than Happy Yari, but that would be the British in me. Oh, fuck. Was the Sardinia great? I just know Sardinia is like fairly slow. And you're on like literally 30 seconds delay. If not more. 45 I'm into this track though. F. Oh well. Unless Sardinia was significantly better. I'm probably better off in Finland anyway, because I don't actually know Sardinia very well. But I assume there's a Happy RV in here. Oh, that's, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Happer is pretty much a killer. 8k, it's like the shortest stage in Kenya. If you ignore that really short stage in Kenya. That's literally average if you get it in a 2-stage rally here. Yeah, that's a Happer group stage 4, isn't it? I am technically still behind on PB, so I actually have to gain time on 13 minutes for this split. Which I'm hoping should be possible, because I've been running less than that across the board for Finland in the first stage pretty much consistently. So I have to just beat it by 10 seconds, so 13:18 or whatever. But yeah, the first, like, consistently, while I've been doing a lot of only getting past 1971 part 1. Fuck. Fuck. Well, let's get Hafiari over with. In sunset, and I think we're driving straight into the sun. Just to be a little bit more annoying to me. Let's not crash into this hay bale. I do it every time. That's why the ambulance is there. Purely for me. Please don't die. Thank you. No. Any backseat gamers have just been ejected from the vehicle. Not a bad landing. This one needs a little brake tap at the top. Okay. Let's go. That was the wrong gear choice. Turbo making sure he gets his face in the video. Be nice for a sub 50, but I doubt it. In fact, it's impossible. Now, is my loading time quick enough to get a new PB? But it is looking like a sub 50. Come on, please be a sub 50. Don't care about the gold split at the end. Might get it, but... And black. Hey, sub 50. Fucking hell, finally. That's been a lot of runs. Does that gains me a place? Is it gave me 2 places? It gives me 2 places. I'm ahead of Doma. I'm in 4th now. Holy shit. 26 days. That's surprising to me, actually. I thought it would be thought it'd be longer than that. 26 days. I got a Mount Kauai on my final run in what's it? 1967. Anyway, what I came here for, so that was when I did that PB, it was my 9th finish, it was my 10th finished run, so I haven't finished a run since I last ran this category. And it was my 26th attempt. So it has taken me 35 resets, which actually isn't too bad. If you divide, that's 5 times. If you divide it by like the 6 possible outcomes of, like, it's 5 getting Finland at the start, which isn't too bad, because that means that it's basically on par for getting to Finland, which is actually pretty shit, to be fair. But the fact that it was actually I haven't finished a run since then. It's been 35 runs since I've finished a run at all between PBs. But yeah, that's sick. That is super, super sick. Let's save that one and then go upload it. Oh, I should stop recording as well.